What's up everybody, Evan here with week 5 of Fortnite, chapter 3, season 2, and this was supposed to be an easy week. When I saw all the challenges, I was planning all of them, and I thought it was gonna be easy, but because they ask a lot of random items that are actually kinda hard to find, kinda ruin everything. So this week, the effective section of the video is gonna be a mess, once again. I'm not gonna cover the resistance quest on the first part of the video. I'm just gonna cover the resistance quest and the Omni chips on the separate part. I'm just gonna cover the weekly quest and the Prowler Quests in the first part of the video. So let's get this started. So we're going to Coney Crossroads because this is the current battle happening, the current area that has a battle happening. We're going to get some minis. There's a mini challenge, but I'm not gonna be able to do it right now. We're going to take some shots at the IO guards here while crouched for a Prowler challenge, but I don't even realize it. I keep forgetting I need to crouch for the challenge, so I'm only going to complete that challenge later on. So here we're going to grab the sniper rifle. We need to get 3 headshots with the sniper rifle against IO guards, and it has to be either on Command Cavern or a place that has a battle happening, which this week is Coney Crossroads. So we just do 3 headshots here against them. So now we're going to go up to the airship and we're going to interact with the zipline and jump off of it right away because we need to fall 10 stories without taking damage. So now here we find the new shotgun, Ranger shotgun, and we need to shoot someone twice without taking damage. Now I see this guy, I do it against him, but the plan was to do it against the IO guards. And by the way, this shotgun is basically a double barrel shotgun. It has 2 shots and you have to reload, and you can't reload unless you use both shots, so you have to use both shots. And as you can see here, I get the second shot right before he damages me. It would have been not so fun. I also, as you can see, I mantled there and right before I damaged him, and that is another challenge. You need to damage an opponent within 10 seconds of mantling, so I did that at the same time. Now we're going to find a mad mist and use it on the 7 agents for another challenge. We use it by holding L2. Just use a little bit for the challenge. Now, in another match, we're going to Daily Bugle because, by the way, Coney Crossroads, a mess right now. It's in the middle of the map. There's a battle happening. There's a challenge. So it's rough out there. So we're gonna get 7 chests on the Daily Bugle without taking damage. That is a Prowler challenge. It's actually before taking any damage in a map. We're also going to use a spray on the Daily Bugle, and it's a proper Prowler spray, as you can see, for the challenge. And just 3 challenges done from Prowler, you unlock Prowler. We're going to do all 7 for the little rewards plus the emote for Prowler. Now we're going to get the battle bus, and we're going to destroy all of the buildings, the base of the buildings on the Daily Bugle. And this is the best way of getting gold. I used to tell you to go to Command Cavern at the vault and get those safes that gave you 131 gold per safe, but it was a kind of risky. I think right now this is the best way to get gold. You need 300 gold for the Prowler challenge, and I think I get about 300 here. You can do it on tilted towers. You can use a tank as well, and also I'm pretty sure not all gold is shared with other people, because sometimes I find gold and there's no way people just ignore that gold. I'm not sure. I think sometimes some gold only you can see it. It's not shared. I don't know. Now we're going back to Coney Crossroads in a different match, obviously, and this is after everyone left and they won the battle there. And when you win battles on these places, they always drop a bunch of loot, and the last loot is gold normally. And we need to get 3 weapons of epic rarity or above. Now as you can see here, I get the mythic thermal and then the gold shotgun. I try to get 2 gold shotguns, but that doesn't count. I get an epic thermal that also doesn't count, so it has to be 3 different different weapons. Even if they are different rarities, it has to be 3 different weapons. So I find a random gold sniper rifle, and even though there was an epic one, I didn't realize before what I was doing. So now, I don't even know if I think it's a different match here. We're going to mod a vehicle. So right now, you can mod with the wheel, or you can mod with the cow catcher, or both. But if you, as you can see here, this car is already modded with the wheel, and I modded with the cow catcher. If it's already modded, it's not going to count. You have to be the one to mod it, and then you use that car, and we use it for 500 meters. So now I finally do the mini challenge, which requires you to basically use 3 minis in a single match. So for that, we're going to use 2, obviously. Now we need to lose shield to be able to use a 3rd mini. So the way I do this, I go to a character and I provoke him. I let him damage me enough, and then I kill him off, and then I take the 3rd mini for the challenge. So here I get another little bit of damage while crouch for that challenge. And here I get the final damage, crouch damage, against the Huntmaster Saber. I was trying to get his thermal, but I failed, but I did get the damage while crouched. So here I get a heavy sniper rifle, and we need to do 600 damage against an opponent car vehicle. I get this guy for 570, which is kind of weird because as you're gonna see here, I eventually get a tank and I do 600 damage, and so I guess the heavy sniper does more damage against tanks, and you need to do 600 damage exact. Now my original plan was actually to do this against AI that were controlling tanks, but I couldn't find a heavy sniper. So yeah, it was kind of a nightmare. Luckily, once I found a heavy sniper, I could find these people, random people in cars and tanks. Now for the last thing, for the regular challenges, it's actually a Prowler challenge here. You know, the thermal was another gun that was really hard for me to find. I need to get 3 headshot damage. I do this against Sloan because I was having a hard time getting headshots with the thermal against real people. So it's way easier to do this against Sloan or an IO guard. It doesn't count against characters, so yeah, just do this. The hardest part is gonna be finding the thermal or trying to get it from the Huntmaster Saber on Coney Crossroads. So yeah, that's it for the effective. That was probably the worst week of getting all the challenges effectively. So let's do all the challenges in order, including the ones I didn't cover, the Omni chips and the resistance quests. So first of all, we got 9 more Omni chips. First, we got 3 of them at Launchpad. We got 3 Omni chips at Rocky Rios. And 3 Omni chips at Shifty Chest. Now for the resistance quests of week 5, we got a device uplink near Command Cavern, the fortress, or Loot Lake. I get this at Loot Lake.
The Origin has been having trouble pinning down enemy troop movements lately. And when he asked one of the 7 to begin a wiretapping protocol, I said, sure, we can get my new best friend to do it. So Looper, today you are wiretapping the imagined order.
And the actual challenge is planned wiretaps to monitor IO communications. You actually need to get all 3 of them, and as you can see, they're kind of spread out. There's one like outside of Loot Lake, one on the fortress, and one on Command Cavern. Try to use the cannons on the fortress to move around a little bit, make it easier.
guys are talking about their lunch. Who cares about your deep-fried stink flopper platter? Say something interesting. Be able to hear anything the Imagined Order discusses. Troop movements, artillery transfers. Maybe someone will read their horoscope. Or, they might mention a sensitive Imagined Order records cache. Maybe.
Now for the next device uplink, it's all the way near the Daily Rubble. It's in the islands near the first airship that got destroyed. So I'm doing this on this island. Probably should have done on the closer island.
Those files that you retrieved off of the blimp? Yeah, they were completely scrambled. Fortunately, I'm hearing chatter about a blimp crash nearby, with intact computers and hard drives ripe for the pillaging. What do you say, Looper? You up for some ruined blimp pillaging?
The actual challenge is recover a data drive from Daily Bugle. So we're going to the actual airship that got destroyed, and we're going to recover a data drive. Now the next device uplink is near Sanctuary.
As expected, the Origin is still being stubborn about the paradigm. Come on, pick up your space phone and give her a call already. Anyway, I'm not waiting for the old man to work out his personal grudges. We are going to set up a direct communication relay to the paradigm together.
The actual challenge is set up a direct relay with the paradigm near Sanctuary. So there are 3 locations. We need just one.
There. Now at least I can talk to her. The Origin says she's a traitor, but in my opinion, I'd say the evidence is circumstantial at best. She might come back and fight for us. And I think that's what matters.
The next device uplink is near 7 Outpost. Since I'm at the Sanctuary, I'm going to the one near the Sanctuary.
You're still finding 4 different weapon rarities out there, right? And weapons in general, because I'm seeing loopers running around with nothing but floppers and bandages. I'm pretty sure it's user error, but I'll need you to mark 4 different weapon rarities in the field to prove it.
And the actual challenge is mark weapons of different rarities to show loopers how to identify them.
See, I knew it. It's like I'm saying grab weapon, but they're hearing prepare dinner.
So we need to mark 4 weapons. So it can be gray, green, blue, purple, orange, gold, and I think exotic should count as a rarity, but I'm not sure. So you can go up to purple at least.
I'm no longer worried about weapon availability, but I am having some major concerns about looper combat training. See, it's not that hard. Why can't they all be like you? Don't change, okay? Just never change. You are perfect. I hope everyone's paying attention because that is how we prepare for battle. We're making war out here, loopers. That's some sort of weird potluck where half the people bring bandages.
Now this is a quest that is apparently happening throughout this week, and if you do all 4 of them, you unlock a pickaxe. It's called Covert Ops Quests, and the first is also device uplink, and you need to do this on 0 build mode. I'm getting this on Sanctuary, and the actual challenge is eliminating 10 players on 0 build mode. I'm not actually showing this. I didn't even do this because I'm probably gonna get 10 eliminations eventually, and then probably next week I'm covering the rest of the challenges that are gonna be unlocked throughout the week.
I think you'd be a good candidate for our most elite combat squadron, Covert Ops. But to enlist you, We'll need to assess your tactical prowess for suitability. Take out an opponent. I'll be watching.
So now we're going for the Prowler Quests. We need to do 3 of them to unlock Prowler and 7 of them to unlock the emote. So first of all, we got mod a vehicle, then drive it 500 meters in a single match. So modding a vehicle can be using an off-road wheel on a car or the cow catcher. You have to be the one to mod the vehicle. So if it's already modded, it's not going to count. So mod it and now just use it for 500 meters in a single match. Next, we got search chests before taking damage in a match. So it doesn't have to be in the same match, but I believe as soon as you take damage in that match, all the chests are not going to count, I guess. So just land in somewhere that doesn't have a lot of conflict, I guess. Or just don't take damage until you loot 7 chests. Next, we got use a spray at the Daily Bugle. So as you can see here, there is a special spray for you to use. It's the first thing they're gonna show you to use, and that is free quests. It should unlock the Prowler just from doing these free. Doesn't have to be these free, obviously. Can be other free. Next, collect different weapon types of epic rarity or higher in a single match. So I did this Coney Crossroads because there's a battle happening over there, and once the battle ends, a bunch of gold loot drops. Now you can take free weapons that are the same that are gold. Even if they're epic and gold, they're not gonna count. So as you can see here, I try to get the mythic thermal and an epic thermal, and so they don't count. They're just gonna count one of them. I also try to get true gold shotguns. They also don't count. So there has to be 3 different weapons. It doesn't even matter if they are different rarities. If they are the same weapon, it's not gonna count. Next, we got headshot opponents with a thermal weapon. So as you can see here, I'm trying to do this against a character, but it doesn't count. You know, it would have been too easy if it did count. So the hardest thing about this challenge is actually finding the thermal weapon. I had kind of a hard time finding it. The only guaranteed way to find one is the mythic version, which is on with the Huntmaster Saber, which is currently on Coney Crossroads. You have to defeat him. He's very powerful, and a lot of people are landing there, so it's kind of risky. So you can still find one in the wild. It just might be a little bit hard to find. Now, I personally had a hard time getting headshots on regular people, so I did this against Lone. You can also do this against Sile Guards. You know, they're way easier to do this because they just stand still over there. So just free headshots shouldn't be a problem. Next, we got damage opponents while crouch or sliding. So 500 damage. I mean, you just gotta remind yourself crouch. I forgot a few times here. Took me a little longer than it should have. Next, collect bars, 300 bars. So I used to say go to Command Cavern, and at the vault there's safes that give you 131 gold bars. You can still do that if you want, but now the strategy is get a battle bus or a tank, destroy the entire base of buildings at a place like Daily Bugle or Tilted Towers, and it's gonna drop all the loot from that building, including a bunch of gold. And as an example here, I got about 300. So it was actually kind of close, to be honest with you. I thought I would get way more than that, but hey, it worked, so you know. Now for the actual weekly quests, we got damage an opponent within 10 seconds of mantling. So just pretty simple stuff. Just do the mantle and damage someone. If you want to make this even easier, my original plan here was actually to do this against IO guards, but you know, it's not a hard challenge. Next, we got damage opponent vehicles with the heavy sniper. So the heavy sniper, as you can see here, I did 570 against a truck, and you see next I do 600 damage against tanks. So I think that is on purpose. The challenge asks you to do 600 damage. So just do this against a tank if you find one. I think the hardest part is gonna be to find a heavy sniper. I kind of had a hard time to find one, and my original plan was to do this against IO guards. There are certain places that have IO guards using a tank. Sometimes there's one circling Daily Bugle, and there's one south of Concord Speedway, and there used to be one on Coney Crossroads, but right now there's a battle happening, so I don't think they're gonna show up there. And I think can also be one on Rocky Rio. So, but like I said, it might take you a long time to find the heavy sniper, and by the time you find one, the IO guards have been defeated, so it kind of defeats the purpose. So you kind of gotta get lucky and just do this against whoever is out. There's always someone using a tank anyway, so I guess shouldn't be a problem. Next, we got fall 10 stories or more without taking damage. So I do this by going up on the airship. I interact with the zipline and I drop immediately, but you can also do this with a shockwave grenade. You can do this using the jetpacks, and there's also the Easter egg. Once you eat them, it makes you immune to fall damage. So there you have a little, but I feel like the zipline is the easiest one. You don't need to find an item. I guess the jetpack is also at the airship, but I think this is the easiest way. Next, we got gain shield from small shield potions in one match. So obviously the first 50, you need to do 75. The first 50, just use 2 mini shield. That's easy. Now it has to be on the same match, so you need to lose 25 shield now for you to consume a third mini. Now the problem is that you have the over shield, and so you don't want to risk doing this against actual opponents. I tried doing this against IO guards, but they wouldn't shoot me properly. So what I did here, I went to a character, I shot him to provoke him, and then I let him shoot me until I lost all my shield, and then I defeated him and took the third mini for this challenge. Next, we got a headshot IO forces with a sniper at Command Cavern or a battle location. The current battle location is Coney Crossroads, and this is where I do it. I use the Hunter bolt action sniper, which actually has 3 shots, so you don't have to reload every time, unlike the heavy sniper. So just do 3 headshots against these IO guards. Pretty simple. Next, we got heal the 7 forces with Mad Mist at a battle location. Again, battle location right now is Coney Crossroads. You need to find a Mad Mist, obviously. Now get close to a 7 agent and just hold L2 to heal them. Now there isn't a specific amount you need to heal them. Just heal them a little bit and it counts for the challenge. Now lastly, for this week's challenges, we got hit an opponent twice using the Ranger shotgun without receiving damage. The Ranger shotgun is a new weapon that is kind of like a double barrel shotgun, so it has 2 shots and then you have to reload. But the thing with this weapon is that you can't reload unless you shot it twice. So you can't shoot once and then reload. So just make sure you know this. If you miss a shot, you're gonna have to shoot again and then reload and then shoot again. So here, as you can see, I take damage right after I get the second shot, so it was kind of lucky. My plan was actually to do this against IO guards because they're terrible at shooting you, but yeah, shouldn't be a problem. The Ranger shotgun, unlike the thermal and the heavy sniper, is actually really easy to find. And that is it for this week, guys. I feel like the challenges are easy, just they are problematic to find the items required, which is always very annoying. But yeah, we are halfway through the season. I think it should be a 10 week, maybe 11 weeks season. But yeah, I'll see you next week for more challenges. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, use code AVAGNON at the Epic Games Store and Fortnite. And that's it. See you next week. Goodbye.